In today's video, we'll cover every detail of NBA YoungBoy's case, his decisions, and the path his life took. The biggest turning point in NBA YoungBoy's life was a courtroom bombshell and a moment that will leave everyone shocked when he accepted the plea deal. No one knew what would happen next, but when a fan hacked the sound system, the courtroom took an unexpected turn and everything went sideways.
You got cap in your raps. Why be a straight not catching his that?
You ain't even take no flower to this man. But I guarantee you ain't take not one flower to this man. I ain't even got nothing to do with the situation, man. Stop playing with me, son. I don't want no problem with you. Stay the out my way or get it done, man. Stop the like I said, man.
You gonna talk to us?
As soon as we're done with everything, we'll take off the handcuffs, okay? But
yeah, I don't have a statement. I don't want to be detained in these handcuffs like this. I'm probably if I haven't committed a crime or done that.
The judge in the case dropped a bombshell before NBA YoungBoy's revised release date was formally announced. Little Boy accepted a plea deal in the federal firearm case, and as part of the deal, he will be sentenced to 27 months in prison with credit for any time served in pretrial detention, followed by 5 years of federal probation. However, the judge changed his mind during sentencing, and the court day descended into complete chaos when a young NBA YoungBoy fan broke into the court's sound music system. As the hacker's voice reverberated loudly, yelling in his music favor, a tiny child entered the courtroom smiling and laughing. According to the charges stated at the beginning of the sentencing, the NBA youngster was arrested on March 10, 2021 and charged with 1 count of possessing a firearm by an convicted felon and 1 count of possessing a firearm without registration after police found him filming a music video in a residential area. An older woman down the street became alarmed and called the police, who quickly arrived and saw the neighborhood youngster and his friends dancing on the hood of a car while brandishing their firearms and playing loud music. Because of their long-standing relationship with the boy, they arrested him.
The body cam footage of the officer who put the cuffs on YoungBoy back in September during that music video, that was shown, and it was very interesting because the cop comes right up to him, whatever, he puts the cuffs on him, and then YoungBoy's reaction is kind of hilarious. I thought it might be interesting for y'all. He was like, yo, big dog, man, what you doing, man? Why you putting these cuffs on me? That's what he was calling the cop. He was calling the cop big dog. He's like, big dog, you up right now. I didn't do nothing. You could search me. I got nothing on me. Cop doesn't listen. Cop puts him in and the whole time YoungBoy's like, yo, man, what you doing, man? Big dog, why? And it really goes to show you a lot about this case. YoungBoy didn't think he did anything wrong. He didn't think that they were going to go and start taking footage from music videos and said, you held a gun in a music video and you're a felon and that's a federal felony and you're going to face 3 to 5 years. No, and it really shows you that these federal laws as applied to kids like NBA YoungBoy from the hood are extremely unfair and extremely punitive, and we need to
Once everything was set, NBA YoungBoy's photographer quickly realized he was on probation and couldn't be seen with a gun. In a panic, he tried to remove the tape to hide the evidence, but before he could, the police took the camera. More pictures soon came out, showing the young man holding a gun. NBA YoungBoy's lawyers argued there was more to the story than what it seemed. The police took the camera without proper reason, but the court quickly rejected their claim. NBA YoungBoy lost his appeal with the federal courts, so now prosecutors can use footage of him holding a gun in his case. The federal appeals court ruled against him, though he still has the option to take it to the Supreme Court. Here's the backstory. A lower court had originally ruled in his favor, saying that the video of him holding what looked like a firearm couldn't be used in his trial. They argued that his rights were violated when the evidence was taken. But the government appealed, and the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals decided differently. They ruled that the evidence could be used in the case. Now, YoungBoy has a few choices. He can take it to the Supreme Court, and it's likely he will. Or, he could try to work with the government, pointing out that he's already been locked up for a long time. He's already spent almost a year locked up and another year on house arrest. How much longer is the system going to make him serve? He might think about taking a plea deal, but he could also choose to go to trial and try to beat the feds again, something he's done before. But this all led to his sentencing, the moment when everything would be decided. In court, the judge gave NBA YoungBoy a hopeful message, saying his talent and potential had been wasted, probably because of his addiction. The judge wished him the best and hoped he could turn things around once he's out of prison.
Seen so many times that good men and women who have a lot of talent and potential, that they can be robbed of that potential when they start to really struggle with their addiction. So I don't want that for you. You seem like a very talented young man. I'm hoping in your future that once you're done with your federal prison time, that you can be really successful on federal probation and have a really bright future where you can reach your full potential in every aspect of your life. Best of luck to you, Mr. Golden.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. That's all I have, if I could be excused.
You may.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you all.
After his case was officially wrapped up, it was reported that NBA YoungBoy would serve 27 months in jail and 60 months on probation. But just a few days later, his lawyer dropped a bombshell. New information came out that could help get NBA YoungBoy released sooner. His lawyer said that even though he was sentenced to 23 months, thanks to credit from another case, he should be out in just 3 or 4 months. The FBI had been keeping a close eye on NBA YoungBoy's mansion in Louisiana ever since he missed an important court date. One day, when he finally got in his car and drove off, the FBI followed him right away. A few minutes later, NBA YoungBoy was arrested. Things took a crazy turn when he slowed down and stopped on the side of the road. As the officer approached, he quickly put the car in drive and took off. But with rush hour traffic, he got stuck in a jam and had to swerve off into another lane to try to get away. He drove for a while on regular streets before ditching the car and running on foot. It wasn't the best choice, especially since he was wearing tight jeans and designer shoes. His attempt to escape ended quickly when he ended up in a fan's backyard, weighed down by his jacket and chains, making it even harder to outrun the officer. The chase didn't last long, though, as NBA YoungBoy was quickly surrounded by police and taken into custody. "All right, we'll take off the handcuffs," the officer said. "But I don't have a statement," NBA YoungBoy replied. "I don't want to be detained like this unless I've done something wrong." The officer agreed. "Okay, just give us a minute." Because of his actions that day, NBA YoungBoy was charged with street racing, resisting arrest, and several other offenses. He did everything he could to get away from the police. Fortunately, with his millions, he was able to hire top lawyers who worked out a bond for him.
$540,000 bond. He put up $500,000 in cash. In addition, he put up as collateral 2 properties worth in excess of $1.5 million, and he has to wear an ankle monitor. However, he's not going to be on house arrest. According to the bond set by the California judge, he simply has to wear the ankle monitor, but is otherwise free to travel. This is very big. Why? Given that the California judge found that these circumstances are sufficient for a young boy, why would a Louisiana judge find any differently? The Louisiana judge is looking at the same facts, he's looking at the same charges, and he's making a decision under the exact same federal law. Sure, it's a different court and a different circuit, and the way the laws are applied varies somewhat from state to state. It shouldn't vary a lot. If this California judge said, hey, this much money and these restrictions are good, it would be very, very weird for a Louisiana judge to say, oh no amount of money and no restrictions. That would be very uncommon. I fully expect that the Louisiana judge on Tuesday will release.
During the trial, the prosecution worked hard to collect as much evidence as possible against NBA YoungBoy. They highlighted how he'd been causing drama with nearly every rapper since 2019, while also leaking his lyrics and personal information. One of the most notable issues was with Enel Choa. They had a major falling out after Choa initially supported him when YoungBoy was taken into custody. NBA YoungBoy's song, Free Young, got a lot of attention, but it was his response to King Von's death that really stirred up controversy. After Von passed away, YoungBoy dropped a hit track, and that's when Enel Chopper realized he could no longer back him. The rap world took notice of the lyrics, where NBA YoungBoy dissed King Von and O Block over the death, and DJ Academics brought it all into the spotlight. People started calling NBA YoungBoy on Demon Time. NBA YoungBoy is dropping another tape right now, and in it, he's responding to King Von and Lil Reese. He says it's not Demon Time, just regular rap like all the other artists. This made Enel Chopper speak up and say, I stamped that after Lil Reese showed he wasn't feeling YoungBoy's comments. But when NBA YoungBoy found out Enel Chopper wasn't supporting him, He got furious, especially after making fun of Chopper in his lyrics. He rapped, "I could say I saw it, and you could say I was your favorite. I bet your mom would be devastated when we..." NBA YoungBoy's lyrics were aimed at Chopper for picking sides in his beef with other rappers. Chopper later went on DJ Academic's show to defend himself, saying, "A lot of stuff gets said about him, but to me, he's a real stand-up dude. It's just unfortunate how things went down." He also appeared on DJ Vlad's show to talk about it more. "It was funny to me," Chopper said. "I don't think it's that serious. Once it hits the internet, it's all just entertainment. To me, it was all part of the show." NBA YoungBoy wasn't the type to take anything from anyone. If he disagreed with someone, he'd do whatever it took to bring them down. This leads us to his relationship with Jay Youngin. In the beginning, they got along well. Jay Youngin, another rapper from Louisiana, even said, "I'm a fan of YoungBoy's music. We're going to make music together soon. We'll definitely collaborate." They were both representing Louisiana, thinking their collab would be one of the hardest. The two even dropped a song together called "Up With Me." But things went south fast when Jay Youngin shared a sneak peek of an unreleased NBA YoungBoy track on Instagram. NBA YoungBoy wasn't having it. He jumped into the comments, saying, "Delete this now. I don't know how you even got my song. I don't mess with people like that." Jay saw it as disrespect and made it clear he wouldn't let anyone treat him that way. NBA YoungBoy wasn't about to let that slide. He made it clear, "Don't mess with me. Don't disrespect me." Jay Youngin hit back, laughing it off. "I was laughing when your baby mama was on me," he posted, pointing to pictures of him hanging around one of NBA YoungBoy's baby mamas. That only made NBA YoungBoy even more upset, and he was determined to catch Jay Youngin slipping in the streets. Things were about to get real, and both were ready for whatever came next.
Soon we will be making music together. I'm a fan of YoungBoy music. Yeah, we gonna collaborate pretty soon and put on for our state, because when we do, I feel like that's just gonna be one of the hardest.